What am I meant to do if you guys barely need convincing? What the fuck am I meant to... Rising up. Rising up, guys. Rising up. What? Just, what am I meant to do? You need convincing, you need... Okay, you know what, yes. Let me catch up to that one member that beat up Alert Mismo. Zello, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Foot and You did not just use one of my own emotes to make me kiss a foot. Oh my lord. Okay. Oh boy, time for the real education. I do agree, feet are lovely. No, quite as lovely as her alpha hag girlfriend. Large honkers, though. You're so very correct. Don't worry. Okay, now this PowerPoint is more for me than it is for you guys, actually. I don't think this is gonna help anyone. If you're here to just...
Feet.
Okay. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna put that BGM down. Is this correct? Is this correct audio? Or do I need to check it myself? I don't trust nobody no more. Master, thank you so much for the third. Thank you. Feet you. Well, that's why I'm here, isn't it? I dug the hole too deep and now I'm here on the fucking podium. Now, I can't, there's nothing I can do. It's a bit low. Do you like a louder BGM? Oh, well, the BGM is ending now, so hey, good timing, I think. What hole did you dig up? I'm glad you asked. So, yes. It all started a certain way when I decided to make a tweet in the middle of the night. I've always been very firm. I've been very firm on my stance, okay? Since I did the tier list on tags, and feet came up, and I ranked it high, and then everybody was losing their shit. I was like, hey man, I was gonna be honest. Would you rather I lie? You wouldn't, right? You would not. You would like me to be honest, because that is what I'm here to do. And so I was, and then I explained, and then I left it at that, and then I made a tweet, and then I made a tweet later, saying, hey guys, I think we should normalize foot fetishes. And the thing is, that was like I woke up, I was half asleep, I tweeted. Never do that. So I tweeted that, and I got way more attention than I thought it would. And my wording wasn't perfect. I said let's normalize foot fetishes. They are pretty normalized, but let me remove more stuff.
I'm a visual learner.colon_ahomomo.
There are visuals behind me. Well, not quite. But I'm Prospagandist, thank you for the 5. Thank you. Well, there are examples of a visual learner. There's some pictures behind me, but that was just for funsies. Also, Aki! I didn't know you signed up for this class. Also talking about... You guys didn't even notice that the tassel is not on right now. You guys didn't even notice. You can see my full... That's how locked in you are. And you know what? Honestly, I appreciate it. I appreciate... You know what? The fact that you're that locked in, I appreciate it. This isn't the bob. Boom, fetish. I thought you said bob, like the haircut. And I was like, oh, damn it. I thought you were a bob enthusiast. This isn't the boob fetish class. Maybe that will happen one day. I have some takes. You see behind me is Misma feet from various Misma art. I will reveal something at the end of this stream regarding my feet. That doesn't... I don't know what that sounds like, possibly. I will reveal the possibility of my actual feet being whatever. You know what, whatever. Ending the poll. We got it down to on 50-50, 45. And you know what? I'm gonna try my best to change some people's mind or change their perspective, at least. Okay? I'm working. I'm working here. I'm working here. But first, I need a beer. I definitely need a beer. On that note, da 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 da. Risp, as always. If anyone's wondering, this is a blank. And suddenly, I feel way more motivated to do this. Can I go on a call one with the boys? Yep. Yep. Except this time, it's in class. If you have a beer, feel free. If you don't, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Again with the audio check. Can we get some audio feedback? Audio feedback in the classroom. Because if I review this later and the audio's not, then then everyone's getting attention. Attention? Detention. Well, attention too, I guess, but no, wait, you're getting that either way. Detention. Oh yeah. Would you believe me that I said that I took a nap before the stream and actually made it to wake up? And immediately went to get a beer. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. And that's okay. Now, let's get right into topic. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are you ready to handle this? Are you ready to be convinced? Are you ready to listen on my takes? Okay, okay. Now let's explain. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So, what are we talking about? Foot fetishism, aka an attraction to feet. It's pretty damn obvious. Yeah. So there, yeah. Fork found in the kitchen. I get it. Yeah, it's very straightforward. So, let's talk about it. I like to divide it into two parts. Two parts. One is people who love looking at feet, or the ones that like the feet. Yes? We're following so far? And then the second part is the people that like having their feet be like the object of attraction. You feel me? You feel me? So there's two separate parts to this. And they can intertwine in the sense that you can kind of be a bit of both. But more often than not, probably doesn't intertwine. I fit into the second category. So now I want to make sure that everyone understands that when somebody say that they got a foot fetish or they fuck with a foot fetish, that don't mean that they be that don't mean that they be fucking with feet like 100% of the time, okay? Sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes they are the feet. You sure? You sure? Yeah. Educational questions only. Educational questions only. Yes, I am sure. I'm holding a lecture. I got my degree in this. I got... Why am I doing this? Okay. So, that is basically just what we're going to talk about. Now, pardon the slides. Don't worry. There's more, but like, you know, we're working on it. So, what is a foot fetish? So, it's a type of partialism, which means it's an attraction to like specific, really like specific body parts. That could be pants, stomach, feet, da-da-da-da. You know? Pretty on the nose. Also, feet are the most common body part. That is like a fetish. Globally. Fun fact. So, how come it has the biggest stigma? Not the biggest. Actually, no. No, one of the biggest. One of the biggest. I can think of some others. I can think of some others. But it's like a partialism fetish. It's pretty high up there. It's pretty high up there. All the slides should have hear me out. I'll just say it. Hear me out. So. Armpit is the other? Yeah, that might very well be it. What might get more flack? Like I said, the armpit. I think that's one of them. I think it's eased out though. Like it's very eased out upon. You know? Like it's fine. They'd rather take that than feet, you know? At least from my understanding. From my understanding. But that's also pretty high up there. You're correct. Mita, get out of here! Sorry, Mita senpai. This not your class. This not your class. My education is beyond your comprehension, Mita. Like I said, I got a PhD in this. Okay. Goodbye, Mita senpai. Also, from now on, call me sensei. But you can educate her. I don't know if I wanted to. I don't know if I wanted to. That's the thing. I've tried. I've talked to Mita about a lot of things. It don't work. It don't work. She has one fetish, and that is muscles. Which is not frowned upon at all. Not to say that it's some kind of thing that like, oh, the rarer the fetish you have, the cooler you are. Really not. No. Because if someone thinks you got a foot fetish, you will not hear the end of it. You know? I can testify. I can testify. Muscly feet. Oh. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. So, foot fetish. It's pretty like saying all of it, like the entire foot. But the thing is, it can be really specific parts. Like stated, it can be toes, soles, the arches, anklets, or socks, shoes, etc. Whatever that is, it can be specifics. You get what I mean? Or the entire foot, even up until the legs. I feel like that actually is quite tied in too. It's like a you can take or remove. Heels, yeah. Specifically because heels are like, I guess, the hardest part of the foot, in a sense. Like if you want to kick something with your heel, holy moly, I think that's gonna go way harder than kicking it with the flat, like upside of your foot. You know, the roof of your foot. I don't know the English term of how to describe that, but yes, I feel like if you're gonna deliver the most like power into one kick, and you're gonna have it be like bah, like that, kick with your heel. You know? And don't get me started on heels, okay? That is also a big part in this. Now heels, let's talk about these. So toes, very limited mobility actually, now that I think about it. That could just be a me problem. Guys, do you have mobility in your toes? I don't. Not a lot anyways. I can't like wiggle them around like a freak. Oh well, hey. Not a freak. Not a freak. I meant as in like move them around more than normal. Sorry, we're accepting it. Regular amount of mobility. Decent mobility. You can pick up things with it. I can't do a degree, but after I've tried really hard, I don't have the best mobility with my toes. But that could be a part. So depending on Define normal, I wouldn't know. I don't. I might have a PhD in this, but I have yet to get to gather data. If I'm sent to do more off collabs with more cute girls, I will let you know, and I will conduct my study. However, as of right now, there's no study. There's no statistics. There's no numbers. But we'll get there. Is Wiggly Toes a plus for you? Hey! Are you locked in? I just said that I was... Are you locked in? I'm the second part of the 2 parts of a foot fetish, okay? Let me have a drink. Lock in. Right, so it can be that. And that can also add in things like, let's say, like a pedicure, you know? It's kind of like getting your nails done, yeah? It can add into that. It could add into that. But I would say it leans more into the mobility thing. And also the fact that it's kind of like, because it's another set of limbs. It's hands. There's mobility there. People fuck with hands. They like hands. Just they have more mobility. And they're kind of also not on the ground all the time. And I feel like that is the a big reason. A big reason why people are bound up on this. Anyways, soles, which would be like the underside of your foot. Pretty explanatory. It's got a pretty decent like amount of surface to work on. Whatever. It's like the underside of a foot is, well, I'm talking about on a woman. Let's get that out of the way. I'm most of the time, if not stated otherwise, I'm talking about the foot of a woman. It will be soft. A well taken care of foot, that is. So the soles of your foot, it's soft. The soles of my foot is soft. You know? So, again, it's like the palm of your hand. Just more. So, and then, let me see. I don't think there's typically anything else I want to point out of those other than what's already been said. Again, obviously there's going to be like accessories are going to be there.
Feet, the hands of the legs, Misma, 2025.
Master, thank you so much for the super. Thank you. Hands of the legs. Misma 2025? No, guess what? Because I said that in 2024. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you don't remember that. Bet you don't remember that. It's been a year since I said that. Over a year. I already said that. The hands of the legs. I already said that. In my tag tier stream, I said, me, Miss Ryzing, I said that it's like, just another, it's it's the hands of the legs, you know? Something along those lines, but I already said it. But hey, I say it again. And I did, so I'm not repeating myself. Next slide. I remember when I first saw this and I was like, that could very well be my foot. But my heels don't look like that, nor do I have stockings. I don't.
Feet, the hands of the legs, Misma 2024.
I compared, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you. I like the clarification here. This is very nice. This is very nice. It's nice to have like a good, clear, concise like record that we can look at. Take a look at. As you can see, I always stood for, get it? I always stood for the foot fetish. And I decided, even though I'm not the biggest, like I won't say that I'm a ride or die for this. I'm just saying, I fuck with it. I'm willing to be the ambassador. I'm willing to be the face of this cause, because no one else will. And now this is tied to me and my voice. And just me forever. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm taking the brave stance. And that's okay. That's okay. I need people to be seen. Defeat advocate. Yes, I am. Yes. So, let's move on. Why feet though? Now there are a couple of reasons. There could be a couple of reasons. I'm gonna list some and then we're gonna come up with some and then you can tell me maybe yours if you have any. So, number one, which is what a lot of people like to bring up, is the brain wiring. So, feet and genitals are neighbors in the brain sensory map, meaning that they're right next to each other. And sometimes that shit can get tangled up and you can get mixed signals in your brain. Your brain is just wired that way, you know? It just... and you can't help it. Now, that is not the case for me. To me, this was something that like grew like as a like okay, I see. You know, never really thought about it before. But yes, a lot of people bring this up. And it's a good point to make. Now, I've never actually ever seen anyone openly say that they have a foot fetish and say it is for this reason. Maybe because they didn't get to choose, so they resent the foot fetish, and that is totally okay. I have no idea, but okay, let me take a drink. Putting the best foot forward on this topic, yes. Very much so. Second, tambu. Can I live? I've stumbled over my words like a bunch of times already, and I haven't even been here for half an hour. Taboo and symbolism. Yes. So, hidden parts equals intriguing. Basically what it says. So, I really wanted to touch on this specific part because it's like I said, the whole like feet and genitals thing. That's the whole point. That shit's private. You know, like that shit's private. You're like, nah, man, that shit's private. And it's the same here. Because of the way people regard feet, to them it's like, nah, that's just private, you know? So it kind of like it makes it intriguing. It's like seeing something that you're not supposed to, or touching something you're not supposed to, or not really not supposed to, but as in like something private. You get what I mean? Am I making sense here? I feel like there's better words I can use to explain this. Like, how can I put words? Like again, hidden is intriguing. And it is. That's why it's like a fetish, you know? That's why it's like a fetish. And it's like if you touch someone on their shoulder or their hand or their elbow, or they're just gonna, oh, what's up, man? You need anything? Like, what's up? But if you touch someone on their feet, they're gonna react. Because what? It's private. That's just private. Which adds to the whole part of like, again, the taboo and symbolism thing. You get what I mean? Just don't be touching people's feet. Just ask first. By the way, like, forgot to say that, but it would be in your best interest. But anyways, and then last point, cleanliness, vulnerability, submission themes, and all psychological layers. Now this I'm also going to touch on a little bit more later, but basically power dynamics. This also ties into power dynamics, which leans a bit more to the second category of the foot fetish, like I have explained it. The second category being the one who enjoys their own feet being admired and or touched. You get what I mean? Power dynamics can also be applied here. Because more often than not, what you see people with a foot fetish do is that most of the time they be worshipping feet. They do. So there is a power dynamic to go on here. Do you get what I mean? Or do you need more? Do you need more like explanation here? Or I feel like I'm pretty clear. You get what I mean? Like, you guys get what I mean? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Is there any questions specifically about any of these 3 points right here? I'll be happy to answer. I will be very happy to answer. Can we get the guy's POV? Unfortunately, not. Unfortunately, not. I would, you know what? Maybe I'll get art like that, but we'll see. No questions at this time. Speak now or forever hold your peace, because I'll be moving on to the next slide shortly. I feel like you're preaching to the choir. I am definitely preaching to an audience, that's for sure. What do you mean about cleanliness? Because feet I can see as being really clean or dirty. Now cleanliness is because some people, how to explain? It can be two things. Okay, let's start with the first. Some people can be really attracted to and or have a fetish for extreme well done self-care for someone's own feet. Let's say someone is really good at taking care of their feet. Like they're clean all the fucking time. They got pedicures on pedicures, and it's just aesthetically pleasing to look at. You know, there can be admiration for that. There can be admiration. There can be, you know, there's just something about that. Now the other part, however, is the exact opposite, where it's like some people are into feet because they know that is what part of your body is like everywhere, all at once, like has been everywhere, is gonna be everywhere. So your feet is always touching something, whether it be your socks, the soles of your shoe, or the ground directly itself. Like they're not rested. They're not nearly as rested as the rest of the parts of your body. And some people are really into that. They're like, ooh. Because like if you think about it, you know, some people are attracted to that, and that's why they like feet. And then they wouldn't be that attracted to like very well taken care of feet. I can't say that I know much specifically here, because like I'm just talking out of like what I like, but I don't know. This is just an observation. I'm still actively collecting data. Some folks like the rugged look. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And I think I've seen this presented before in media, whether it's manga that I read or manhwa. I see this happen a lot, where it's like someone will okay, kiss someone's feet, but more so like innocently, rather than like the whole shebang of like a foot fetish. It's just kind of like a peck, like mwah. And then other person will like say, oh, don't do that, like my feet are dirty, you know. And that plays into the power dynamic again that we've already been talking about, of like yeah, but anything for you, that kind of thing. You know, there's so many layers as to why that I can't really fit them all into one, like, oh, it's a foot fetish. Like, yeah, sure, but that's a very broad statement. That can mean a lot of things. Next time you think about it, if someone's like, yeah, I got a foot fetish, really think, okay, but what kind though? Like what? Because I know damn well that it's a very, very low chance that you're on factory settings right now. Yeah, like you got a custom foot fetish going on. I know. So what is it? You get freaked out by dirty feet. And that's valid. That's valid. It is. But yes. So just think about that next time. If you ever come across someone with a foot fetish or you have one yourself, just know it's different every single time. On to the next slide. Can I show this on YouTube? YouTube, do not strike me. If absolutely necessary, I will cut this out of the VOD. However, I would like you to know that behind this, the white mist on the left, the illustrated legs are accompanied by someone in clothing. Or at the very least, underwear. I know this because I looked at the image beforehand because I had to put it in here. Don't strike me down, YouTube. I've been a lawyer streamer on your platform. Do not strike me down, please. Thank you very much. But here you go. So, this slide is more about like me, what it means to me before we move on. We're still gonna get more into the technical stuff. This is just what it means to me. And I'm definitely gonna have to go back here because like I'm definitely gonna forget some blah, 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 things. This is what I get for waking up like just before. Let me have some more beer. Okay. Okay. Now listen here. I feel like I should have the right beer brand in front of me, but hey. Oh wait, check this out. Anyways. So what is a foot fetish to me? Personally, me. Now, I already talked a little bit about it when I had to defend myself the first time. Now I'm not even considering it defending myself. Because, like, what am I defending myself from? I'm not denying anything. Like, I'm cool with you if you're cool with me. I'm just floating down the stream. Minding my business. So, I feel no need to defend myself. No more, at least. The first time, it was a little bit strong. It was a little bit strong. It was. But I did explain, briefly, during the again, I will again bring up the tag tier stream. Because that was when I did explain. But I will do it again. I will do it again. Maybe more in detail this time. I don't know, because I don't remember what I said. So, let's clear the air about my foot fetish. So, my introduction to what, like, it means to me. So, number one. These are not numbered for any specific reason. But, I would consider this number one. Number one, it's ties to the quote-unquote fandom media. You know? The power dynamics. That is a really big factor of it for me. Are you guys taking notes? Are notes being taken? There'll be a quiz. No, there will not, actually. But I might make one. Senpai, not sensei? Man. Yes, correct. Like this wise chatter said. So you want to be in a down position, which is why you fall into the second category you made earlier. That would be correct. That is media that I quite very enjoy consuming as well. Not to mention that it's a rare type of media. You'll see it like happen maybe like, oh, maybe you'll get one chapter focus on that. But you won't get an entire something. Actually, I have 3 recommendations that I will show in a slide later. But for now, yes. The ties it has to the fandom media. Now this, the reason why is because I said as like it goes a little bit hand in hand with like the whole worship thing. Body worship. It goes very hand in hand to that. So of course it's gonna. If you read any media that's femdom, whether it be manga, blah 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 blah, if it's actually well written, you're gonna get different like stuff. Not every chapter, but like they're gonna go through different stuff. Some other weird freaky shit too. But definitely this is gonna be brought up, whether it be very lightly, briefly, or there's gonna be a whole chapter on it, you know? But it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. And when it is, I pay attention. Because I don't get enough of this media. So I'm like, whoa. Holy moly, let's go. So that's why I had a hard time finding recommendations as well. Because the only recommendations I could think of that I actually really enjoyed were ones that only had a brief moment of this, rather than actually be a focal point to the series that I was reading. I don't whoa there. I'm just saying that this is the genre that I enjoy, that I seek out, just like any other genre. It depends on the day. It depends on the day. So, second, unintentional liking due to humor. Now let me explain this one as well. This is actually quite funny. I like to say that this has a part in why this became a thing. I cannot be too sure though. So, back in the day. Not back in the day. I'm talking about like a few years ago. There's this bit about me having a foot fetish. Not really a bit, but like, I think I asked some of my friends at one point. I asked them, I think it was like some typical like sleepover, you know, all the girls huddled up and whatnot, and I'm sat there, and the thing is, everyone's just kind of talking, and I'm also talking, and then people are throwing out hypotheticals, and I don't remember what I said. I think I had a hypothetical that was like, okay, would you rather only wear socks for the rest of your life or never wear socks for the rest of your life? Something like that. And they're like, yo, you got a foot fetish? And I was like, I don't. I just really want to know the answer. And then apparently me saying that, I just really want to know the answer. It didn't translate well, because they were like, oh, you really want to know, what do you want to know so much about her feet, huh? Like, you know, as a joke. And I was like, no, that is not what I meant. That is not what I meant. I was asking a hypothetical, you know, like I was interested in knowing, like, and then what your reasons and whatnot. And they're like, yeah, but why do you want us to talk about her feet, huh? Like, it kept going, like, as a bit. And the thing is, I love making my friends laugh. So even if I'm kind of like the focus point of the bit, I don't care. I'm gonna play into the bit, so it's funnier for you guys. I'll do anything to give my friends a little hee hee ha ha. So I'm like, yeah, you got me, bro. Yes, I do. Like, if my, like now it's like, yo, hide your feet, bro. Like, I'll say that because I play into the bit now. Because you know what? It's funny for everybody else. So I'm like, yeah, okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You get a like hee hee ha ha. But here's the thing. There's also a phenomena. Listen closely here. There's also this phenomena of, like, if you joke about something, or if you joke about liking something too much over an extended period of time, that could contribute to manifesting your actual liking or preference for said thing. And there's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. It's because joking about it, it's usually doing like, doing bits, or it's a little hee hee ha ha, it's funny. Then those like the happy shit you're experiencing from, like, oh, I like it, yeah, like I like the reactions, or people are laughing, or da da da, whatever it is, it's a fun little thing. And then it just kind of, you build that in your brain subconsciously. That, like, oh, this thing is linked to good, right? Good. We like this. You know? And then suddenly it's not a joke anymore. And you just kind of have to deal with that, like I did. And I do. And I deal with it quite well, actually. But essentially, I believe that is where it started. You know? Irony can turn into something. Is there a saying for this? Irony poisoning? Is that a saying? There's a saying for this? I've tried to explain this before, and then I sound like a lunatic. And this makes us happy because of laughing. Into this makes us happy. Period. Oh, it's called irony poisoning. Well, there you have it. There you have it. I guess that happened to me. That's why you gotta be careful, guys. That's why you gotta be careful. I'm not complaining though. I feel like rather than oh shucks, it's more like, hey, doors have been opened. And I'm an explorer, okay? I take risk. Always try something at least twice before you give it up. You know, like give something a fair shot is what I'm trying to say. And I do. And it stuck. And I was like, you know what? Hey, sure. Sure. And here we are. If I'm not mistaken, someone did a study and seeing cute feet activates the same part on the brain as seeing cake. Oh! I might need to read up on that. That is very interesting. That I'm not heard of that. I've not heard of that. What would be considered cute feet, I wonder? Like petite? Question mark? Get your foot in the door. Yeah, you guys are so right. You guys are so right. Let me have some more. Let me have some more beer. Is anyone else having beer, or is it just me, like, trying to get through this? Because as much as I'm saying I'm not defending myself, nor am I fighting a battle here, I'm just speaking about it, I still have to find my way through it, because I need to word myself. And this stream isn't as much of a hee hee ha ha as you probably thought it was. This is actually me talking about it. It can be a little bit of a hee hee ha ha though. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yes. Cappuccino. You're on beer 4. Oh, let's go. Big cans, small cans, or bottles? That's what I'm asking. 8 AM. Oh. Hey. It's Saturday evening somewhere. Here. It's Saturday evening here. Okay. Can't get midday buzz. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. Maybe I'm a little bit too spontaneous, but you know what? It's always brought me places. Wish you had beer, don't have beer? Ooh. It's a topic of all time to wake up to. Well, good morning. I hope you and your feet are well rested. I really don't know what to say after that. Third point. Feet as well as legs. So yeah, actually heavy on that. Heavy on that. I also really like legs. You know, a nice pair of legs. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I feel like that isn't nearly as quote-unquote controversial as the whole foot fetish things. Like, I feel like a lot of people can appreciate a pair of good legs, right? Correct? Correct? Or do you regard them to be just as controversial? I feel like the higher you go up, the more acceptable it is. You got the feet. It's always gonna be like, I don't know. Probably not. Legs, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see myself enjoying like a nice pair of legs. And thighs, people go bonkers. And it's so interesting because it's all this one, like, you get what I mean? Thighs, legs, and feet. They're quite tied together, but somehow they're ranking so differently in the scale of desire, which is really interesting to me. really interesting to me. I actually hadn't thought about that when I even made this PowerPoint. That is really interesting. Why do you guys think that is? That they're regarded so very differently and even separated into their own separate categories of fetishes. I'm curious to see takes, you know? Seeing the ankle up was enough to set you off in the 30s. Yeah, so like, oh, flesh and ankle, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, by that logic, you could go all the way up to the glutes. Oh, yeah. I think because some are ashamed of liking feet. Yeah. Yeah, the taboo. The taboo. Indeed. Difference of focus or appeal? I don't know. Girls like hiding their feet, but will they wear leggings to show their legs off? Yeah. Same reason as hands versus arms. Yes, correct. I think there's a perception of feet equals dirty that, while as generally faded, felt pretty prevalent before. Very correct. Which is why it's also interesting for the two parts of like some people gravitate towards the whole like cleanliness part of it, being like, oh, I'm really into feet if they're really clean. And then the quite opposite as well. You know? There's so many different ways that this can be like kind of like explained. But anyways. It is separated. But for now, I'm gonna include the legs. I'm not gonna include the thighs because that is like, it's like a given. Like, of course. Who doesn't like thighs? Who in their right mind? So of course I'm not gonna talk about it. Because it's gonna take away the focus. Everybody already likes that. You know? It's kind of like talking about underrated ice cream flavors and somebody brings up fucking chocolate ice cream. Like, yeah, get out of here. We already knew that. Everybody likes that one. Get out. Let's talk about pecan or something like that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, that is not the focus right now. So, you have the legs and feet. And I really like legs. I do. I can appreciate it like a really good pair. I can. I very much can. And then they can be accompanied by items such as stockings, leggings, fishnets. Now this goes back to the accessorizing part of it. And there's a part of like, again, as I said, because feet are regarded as private, there's something about like taking off like stockings. Do you get what I mean? The whole action of it, you know? The whole motion of it. It's just, there's an appeal to it. There is. There definitely is. Which actually is like a really accepted appeal as well, now that I think about it. You've seen it in shows. You've seen it where it's like a slow taking off, like, sorry, I'm slapping the table. Where it's like a slow taking off, like stockings or whatever it is. And that is very well liked. So there's aspects that are like, it's like picking few parts that are okay and some are not. But I'm gonna talk about all of them. Fishnets, it's a given. I don't know. Let me tell you something. I don't know how many of you guys have actually worn fishnets. But let me talk about how it is wearing fishnets. Not for the weak. Not for the weak. One, it imprints on your skin. And if you take that off, suddenly you're fucking Aquaman. What? I have scales now. What? For at least like a good hour. I have scales now. Okay, cool. Feel like a dragon lady. Oh well, when you're second is there's holes. They can't cover your feet. I don't know about you, but I like my feet covered, especially if they're gonna be in shoes and whatnot. But other than heels, and then because they have holes, like your toes are gonna get through, and it's just not overall a comfy wearing experience. It's not. They look great though, they really do. I must say. Now one that I forgot to mention or list down here is heels. Now heels is a big part of this. Heels is also a really big part of this. I actually should have made an entire slide just for heels. But I did not. Guess I wanted a nap. But we'll talk about it here. I love heels. I love heels. I love seeing heels, people wearing heels. I sometimes occasionally like heels myself, though I never wear them. Very, very occasionally, and by that I mean like once, maybe every 2 years, I will wear heels. And it's simply because I decided I wanted to. Not for any particular reason. And I think last time I wore heels were in Korea when I was meeting the other VNU girls. I think, yeah, I posted about it as well. The whole like fancy like top with the pencil skirt and black heels. Black shiny heels. And there's something about walking around in heels that just gives you a boost of confidence as well. Now heels are generally accepted as like a, not just like a, oh they're cute, yeah they look nice, oh they make you taller. No. It's accepted as a thing that's attractive. Do we have any opinion on heels here? What do you guys think? I would like to know, because I'm a heel enjoyer and wearer. For all I know, you guys could be wearing heels too, even right now, and I wouldn't even know. Let's see. Oh shit. Heels are nice. Okay, like it. Yeah. The sound of heels in long hallways converted me early. Yes. Even just the sound of heels like walking. I got that click clack kind of like thing. Even that, I feel like it's like it has this like tension to it. That's what I think. Or it's like human business. You have the higher ground right now. I don't know where you go in or what you do, but it's definitely fucking important. If I hear like click clack through a mall or an airport or whatever, I don't know, but like I feel now like your destination is more important than mine, and I'll move the fuck out of your way. There's something about it. There definitely is. That could all be up to personal perception as well. Heels can be nice, but the shape and thickness of the heel is very important. I personally prefer a slim heel, not like a thick heel. While it's less easy to walk in, it provides more of that click-clack that I like, as well as just the look. They also break more easily, but hey. Like heels but not feet, don't worry. There's a lot of material to review. More than just the heels, I care for the whole ensemble. So heels can really elevate a look, but I don't specifically care for them about other footwear. Interesting. Okay, so it's like a, yeah, okay. It's like a bonus. Is it? Hello, Miss Mod. It has come to this. It really has. I work at a high-level corporate office, and yeah, some more coworkers get attention because they heel clack. See, oh man, you know what? Maybe I should wear heels more often. I just don't have the outfits to do so. Heels look splendid, but prefer to be comfortable. Yeah, some people are more comfortable in heels. Some people like they crave more so the confidence that heels give them rather than the comfortability of not wearing them. It just depends on what you prefer and what you value more, whether it be the comfortability or the confidence it gives you. Yes. So yeah, there's an association just even by sound and look. But heels himself, I feel like immediately comes into the power play dynamic. If not, just to be admired. Next slide. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Wotakoi. Thank you so much for this panel. So, different types. I was gonna talk a bit more about it here, but I think I already like blabbered off about it. But let's just give it a shot. So there's visual admiration, which is just looking, admiring. You know, like just kind of like you like the look. That's okay. It's kind of the way that some people like the look of hands. They're like, oh, I like veiny hands. I like slender hands, like that kind of thing. Some people just like looking at feet. And that might just be the end of it. It sounds as tame as that, but some people, for them, that's the start and the end. That is it. It's no more, it's no less. It's literally just, I like the look. I like to look at feet, or I like the way feet look. Point blank, period. That's it. And that's okay. That's okay. It's just another part of it, isn't it? Wotakoi, yeah, Wotakoi, very good. Very good. Now, second, there's a touch/interaction, where it's like, again, anything physical touch just regarding feet. Whether it be, well, I don't know what I can say without getting banned. YouTube, don't strike me. I'm gonna try to do this as professionally as possible. This is an educational stream. If you flag me down, you are limiting education of important subjects. Or, well, lesser talked about subjects in a professional manner. So, let's start. That can be anything from just literally like touching to like, again, what's listed. Why am I getting embarrassed? Why am I getting embarrassed? Yeah. And this also plays into the whole the quote unquote worshipping, you know? Because feet is seen as like below you. That's like below you, or like only letting someone, let's say, kiss your feet. That is like a sign of like you are below me. Do you get what I mean? It's like a granted like, oh, you are allowed to. Yeah, I've seen that a lot in femnon media. It's very prominent there. So it ties very close into that as well. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. There could be some role switch, but most of the time, if not, that's just what I'm more well versed with. Massage here refers to massage feet or being massaged with feet. See, that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. It can mean both. It doesn't mean that you have to touch the feet. The feet can touch you. That sounds very threatening. Don't worry, guys. You're safe. I don't think any like random feet are gonna touch you without permission. I can't say for sure, but I'm very positive that that will not happen. And if it happens and you didn't realize, I'm so sorry. Are you a foot fetishist, Ms. Mom? Yes, but about my own feet, not others. So, back to what I was saying. People view the foot fetish very one-dimensional. Like I said, they view it as like a, oh, you like feet and you like to touch them. That's it. But no one ever thinks about the feet themselves. What about the feet themselves, huh? Ever thought that the feet can do something themselves? What did I just knock over? So, do you get what I mean? I'm trying to explain this as like tame as possible in a way that will not get me like flagged. What's the feet's feeling though? I don't know. We'd have to ask. Hold on. I'm tuning in. I'm listening to my feet. I don't know. They're just kind of chilling. Right. Everyone asks for feet, but never how our feet. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. No, okay, so on a more serious though, what I'm trying to say is that like in this, let's take this panel for example. It doesn't have to be anything direct. Now this guy, is he touching the feet? No, he's not. No, he is not. Is he directly admiring them? No, he is not. The feet, they just kind of create the scene. That is what he's pinned down by. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the very bottom right, you can see like the other foot. This is a pinning down situation, which is like they use their feet to do so. Yeah? It can be an element rather than the focus point. Yeah. The one on his arm. This is indeed from Wotakoi. Yes. I just remember this panel. I just heard a clicking sound. I don't know if that was some kind of radio frequency trying to tap into my brain, but if it was, I don't think anyone wants to hear this. So whoever just tapped into my brain, I suggest you leave. I'm not into feet specifically, but I'm into femdom, so I see a point. See, yes, here, now we're getting there, Because it is, like it or not, it is an element. It is an element that you will see in femdom. Yeah, it's there. Like, again, like I said, you can just create the scene. Like in this panel itself, there's nothing inherently wrong about it, and you see that it's not created in such a way that will make you focus on it. This is more of like a composition. You don't really focus on the feet. And none of the subjects in the art itself are either focusing on the feet themselves. It just creates the scene. It's the action being taken. So there's a lot. Either the feet can be admired and touched, or the feet can, again, I don't know how to say this that doesn't in a way that doesn't sound threatening, but the feet can touch you. It is a very real possibility. Remember, the feet can touch you. Okay? When touch feet, what if feet touch back? What then? You must always be prepared, guys. This was a survival course. Okay, sorry. I'll stop messing around. The feet can touch you if they so choose. You could be touched by feet at any moment. I sound like I'm warning you guys about, like, apex predators. Sensei, would you consider wanting steppies as a part of fetishism, or can it be separate? When you say steppies, do you mean being stepped on? Or do you mean just literally just doing steppies on the ground? I'm gonna need some clarification. This may cause you terror, but were you aware that— Whoa! The former. My English is this advanced. The former being stepped on? I'm gonna assume it's being stepped on. I can tap into both. It's okay. I'll tap into both. Being stepped on is definitely a part of the foot fetish thing. But again, it also ties into the power play, the power dynamic. You know? Like, it all belongs somewhere. Now, whether it be because, oh, someone has, like, stronger legs than they have hands, or it's, like, the whole, like, power dynamic of, like, I can't be bothered to use my hands. Or that. It can be whatever. There's too much nuance to this. It could be anything. It could be anything. But it's definitely a part of it. And just because you like a part or an element, it does not mean that you have to go around and go like, oh shit, man, I think I got a foot fetish. Hey man, you're good. You're good. If you honestly don't think about it that much, you're good. You're good. To be fair, I don't think a lot of people think about fetishes a lot of the time. You'll often see portrayed in media that people with fetishes, it's kind of like, for them, it's like an addictive thing. And I would like to think that fetishes are not an addictive thing. Me personally, at least. I would, maybe that's just me. Is it addictive? Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But I've never felt that is like an addictive thing. Because like in media, whether it be a manga, a manhwa, even just a regular book or a show, they portray fetishes as something that is like it's addictive. It's like, oh, I can't help myself, you know? However, I do reckon that is not the case. Yep, that is not the case most of the time. I mean, some people like that are too drowned in their own pleasure to go fetch me that beer.
Please step on me, Misma.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 420. Thank you. To be stepped on, I mean, my model can't even move its feet, but yeah, I would. If I'm presented with the opportunity, I would love to. You know, I'll do it. I'll do it. I consider this a win. But yes, like I'm saying, there's an interesting part of it. Like you don't have to like be able to be turned on specifically by only feet and only feet to have considered the fact that you have a foot fetish. Again, it's literally just the element of it. It's very hard to just take a look at something and go, whoa, shit, and then boom, you're entering freak zone. Just like that, from like 0 to 100. That doesn't really happen either. That doesn't really happen either. But again, of course, these things are always intensified in media for viewers' sake, viewer/reader's sake. Because it's meant to be the focus point. Not really, but like if they want it to be a focus point. You know, I do that really like soles. Like the inside of the shoe or the under of the foot. Awaiting 3D. Funny thing is, like, I actually could. I have tracking. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Now, third, we already stepped in. Oh, we already stepped into this topic. Wow, so funny. I didn't even mean to make a pun this time. Trust me, that wasn't intentional, but here we are. Shoes, socks, stockings, adding spice, you know? And we've already talked enough about what it is. Stockings. I kind of like the clear stockings with pantyhose. Is that what it's called? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't speak English. Hey, ESL here. Kind of like the one she's wearing in here. I like those, the clear black ones. Those are really nice. Is it nylon? I don't know. I don't know. Sandra, get the fuck out of here. As you eat your lunch, why would you make this decision? What possessed you to make this decision? You missed out some great points. You missed out some great points. You know what? I hope your lunch tastes like feet. Take that as you will. Take that as you will. But yes, they can be anything. It's like the like, wasn't like ankle bracelets like a thing? I remember distinctly that used to be a thing. That must be a compliment given the context. Yeah, man. Enjoy. Enjoy. I so very sure hope you enjoy. But yes. But yes. So anklets, yeah, I think I like them too. You know what? I want a pair too. But they can also get really stuck into things all the time. So that's maybe a bother. But we already talked about this. Fourth point. Dominance / submission dynamics. Power dynamics. Now, you mentioned this on probably 3 separate occasions now. What more is there to say? I've already said what there is to say about this. It's the whole worshipping thing, you know? And it's the whole point of like the whole femdom thing. Where it's like humiliation is also a part of femdom, right? And being reduced to only have someone's like lowest part of themselves, aka feet, in modern settings, having that be the only part of a person that is accessible to you, that they're allowing you to have, that is part of the whole humiliation thing. You get me? Of the whole femdom thing. There's so many links and ties to other like parts of it that it's gonna be really hard to explain. But I hope I hope you can pick up what I'm putting down. Essentially. I think there might be a power dynamic, guys. I'm not totally sure though. At first, Bis was like, feet, as a joke, but now that's exactly what happened. And that's okay. I'm all for discovery. I am all for discovery. This is fine. Okay. I forgot about this slide, I'm gonna be very honest. Do I even need to say anything here, or should I just be quiet for a second? I'll just be quiet for a second. Go fetch me that beer.
Nerevar, what in the oblivion you're watching? I left Red Mountain for a few days and you're watching this. That it I'm taking away the internet from you.
Thank you for the 3. Thank you. Thank you. Please don't plug anyone's internet. Please. Please, this is very educational matters. Oh, now we're getting some reactions actually. I'm curious to hear. So this was about foot fetishes in recent trends, and the one I could think of, because again, you see the foot fetish like in art, sure, but in a trend, the recent one I could think of was this one. Now I would like to hear some opinions, because I saw some strong reactions here. Is it the fact that it's blended with food, that you feel like it should not be blended with food, the implications of eating, question mark? Or what is it? Is it just a mess? Or do you maybe just not like sandwiches or burgers? It could be a lot. It could be a lot. Let's see here. Cursed. No food mess dirty. Okay, so it is the food. I hate the idea of feet in mouth. Okay? Okay. Got it. Too many bones. Okay, so you thought about the eating, okay? Both the feet and burger are now ruined. Ah, so it's like, it's tainted. Okay, so you guys are definitely leaning towards clean feet, huh? No mess. Got it. Good to know. Good to know. Me, personally, I enjoy this trend. I thought it was creative. I was like, oh, hell yeah. But, yeah, I guess that's just me then. And I'll stand by that. I stick with my guns. I stick with my guns. Like I'm good with this. I'm good with this. Like that's okay. That's okay. Still waiting on that Skeb. What Skeb? I don't know how to order through Skeb. That's it. I don't know if you guys know this. I genuinely do not know how to commission a Skeb. I don't know how to. That's been like a problem ever since I started streaming. I didn't even know what Skeb was. I'm gonna be really honest. And then I got here, and then I also don't know. Maybe I'm a bit old. I don't know. Back to it. Kind of funny. Yeah, I think there's an element of whimsical here that you need to have. I don't think it's purely meant to be super attractive. Okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This, I don't think, is meant to be attractive. Or, like, in itself, be like a whoa, kind of like, you know? It's meant to have this element of lightheartedness / whimsical. Honestly, a perfect topic for the burger. To eat? Or do you eat stuff separately? I actually don't know. I actually don't know how this would be in like a setting, an actual setting. I've yet to figure that part out. I'm sure the patties are fine. Sure they are. Sure they are. I don't know if you just eat the patties, but you know what? Sure. That works too. But then you bite that and it tastes like iron. Yeah, no, because you're not meant to actually eat feet, guys. I feel like I should have made this clear. We don't eat feet. That would be cannibalism, which is a whole nother thing. Because guess what? That is a fetish in itself. Surprisingly. And I accidentally read like a manga regarding that. Topic for another day. Topic for another day. Food and feet, no. I like the submitting to it part. Submitting to the burger? Do you mean submitting to the burger? Like, oh sure, I guess I can let you make a burger on my feet. Is that what you mean? Cause if that's what you're putting down, then I'm picking it up. Like I think I understand. If I'm wrong, then so be it. But like I think I see something here. Submitting to letting someone treat them as food, binding them. See, yeah, okay, yeah, I was picking up what you were putting down. Yes. That is a very interesting side to it. That is a very interesting... You know what? I like that one. I like that one a lot. I do. Because you can see this from so many different, like, types of, like, lenses. Do you get what I mean? Instructions are clear. The feet broke by blood. You don't do that. Kind of like the serving sushi on someone. Yes, yes. Except this time, the focus point is on feet. Which is fine. I thought it was cool. I thought it was great. I thought it was cool. I was like, hey, dude. Wow. I didn't expect to see it in like a trend, but you know. Tags burgerification. Yeah. I think this is more of like a concept. It's kind of like a, oh, do it once, like a hee hee ha ha, and then put it away. I don't think there's any action to be taken after this. Like, this is currently what's in front of you. I don't think there's any action to be taken after this. However, I will not shame anyone who does, but I just don't know what you'd be doing. Individually eating the components. Or taking them off and then eating them. And then you just can't lower your legs, because there's burger on your feet. So, as a thought experiment, how do you take a bite out of this? Carefully. Carefully. Avoid the feet, actually, because, like, if you really wanted to eat it, then I don't know why you did this. But if you really wanted to eat it, it's up to you to make sure that no feet are harmed. Not if they're like clean. Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. I have a preference for clean feet as well. Anyways, this is just a trend that I wanted to bring up. Now, this I was really excited about. So, media I like closely tied to the subject. Now, I'm gonna rank them as such. The middle one I actually don't recommend. I don't recommend, and there's a big element to it that I don't like. I only included it because, again, this is a niche that don't have enough media tied to it. So I'm gonna go from right to left, okay? So all the way to the right, all the way to the right. Hold on, let me get over. All the way to the right, under here, you know, under here. This one called Hottie's Heel. Okay, Hottie's Heel. Now, you look at this, and you're gonna be like, whoa, Mizma, is that an Ikemen? Is that an Ikemen on the ground? No! Would you believe me? Oh, my... Would you believe me if I said that that was a woman? My glasses became big. Okay. We can work with that. Or I could just put them back. Actually. I'm too tired for this. Okay, you see that? You see that? Let me go back down here. Ba, ba, ba. Down right up here. Up there. This one. This one. Hottie's Heel. Do you see that? That is a woman. Being stepped on by a woman. This is Yuri. This is Yuri. And the thing is, when I remember reading reviews of this as well, and everybody said themselves that they were like, at least for like two or three quarters in, they thought that the protagonist was a guy. And I don't blame them, because when I read this, I thought that the Yuri tag was wrong. I thought the Yuri tag was wrong. When I saw this was tagged Yuri, I was like, wow. And then I start reading it, and I'm like, how'd you wind up in here, hetero manga? How'd you get up in here? Oh, well, it's not a manga, it's a manhwa. But still, I was like, how'd you get here? Are you lost? Are you lost in the Yuri section? Well, whatever, I'm gonna read it anyway. But then I realized, I was like, oh wait, no, it is Yuri. And I genuinely think it was made for me. You don't see a lot of properly, like, masculine women in Yuri, I feel like. So, that was a treat for me. And it was focused around the whole foot fetish thing. More so closer to heels. But hey, I don't judge. I really don't. I do see what stream you're in right now. But yes, so I was like, dude, this was made for me. They made that for me. Mwah, chef's kiss. So Hottie's Heel, let's explain that one. If I remember correctly, it could be a one-shot or a one-shot split into two parts. Or it's just a one-shot with an after story or a bonus. It's definitely short. I remember that. So it starts with the main character. In the picture, it looks like a dude. See, exactly, yes. It's just a very masculine woman. And she has very heavy under eye bags. Like it's black under her eyes because she's tired all the time. That is not the art style. That is genuinely a part of, like, her design because she's so tired. But yeah. So let me explain. So she, main character, masculine woman. She also dresses very masculine too. That's why everyone was so confused. She really likes heels. She's really into heels. Like, really, really into heels. Actually, I'm gonna find a panel. I'm gonna find a panel of the manga. Manhwa, my bad. And I will directly show you. If I can get this done right. So, I'll explain while I look for it. Essentially, she has a crush on her professor. She has a crush on her professor that is going away for whatever reason. Let's see here. Let me save this. Let me show this. Okay. So, female professor. Yes. Female professor. Now, main character, she really likes heels. She really fucking loves heels. Looking at them, the design of them, not on herself, but on other women. She loves it. Her worst, like, possible scenario ever is a rain day where everyone's wearing boots. That is, like, her nightmare. So she has a crush on her female professor. And then turns out that her female professor is getting married. Oh, man. And to rub salt into the wound, the female professor is like, hey, do you want to help me go shopping for wedding shoes? For my wedding? Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Whatever. That is only like the first few pages because it's not about them. So then there's a time skip, obviously. And then she's working in an office setting because she designs shoes, if I remember correctly. And someone who was a big fan of these shoes that actually wear them quite often started an internship or started work at the same place. So they pull up, and the person, they recognize the shoes, like the main character recognizes the shoes, like, oh my god, and then looks up, and then the lady, stunningly gorgeous, by the way, stunningly gorgeous. She was gorgeous in this art style. It's like, hey, I'm a really big fan of your work. So there's this tension between them, right? And then main character's like, you know what? I can't take it no more. And then there's rainy days where everyone's wearing boots. And it's like, oh my god, I can't take it anymore. So what does she do? After everyone's gone home from work, she pulls out a pair of like heels. And I don't know what she does, but I don't know if I can say. Anyway, she gets walked in on by second lead. And she's like, whoa. Freak. And then main character's like, wait, hold on. Because main character's like, dude, I don't have a lot to lose right now. I need to ask you right now. Bro, can you step on me? And then second character, like, she's obviously like, but she actually likes the protagonist. Not for those reasons. So she's like a little bit annoyed because she's like, okay, this isn't what I wanted, but this is the closest I'll get, you know? So she goes, okay, sure. And then they get freaky deaky with it. They get really freaky deaky with it. Like, really. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Now let me show you a panel. That is literally the main character. Sorry, it's drawn like this for comedic effect. But that is... You see how everyone would assume that the main character is a guy? When she took off her shirt for the first time, I was like, whoa! Hey! But yeah. That is not a dude. Do read it. Trust me. That is not a guy. There's even this. I'm not choosing the most flattering pictures. These are the ones that are meant to be funny. Like the panels that are meant to be funny. She's actually quite gorgeous. I just thought these were funny, so I would like to share. But yes. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. But she does look pretty ikemen. Until she takes her shirt off and you're like, whoa. Bonkers. But yeah. But yeah, no, I recommend this one actually. And it's been a recent read of mine. Now, the one in the middle, I don't recommend it. I don't. For numerous reasons. Does anyone recognize the one in the middle? It's called Hadome. In English, Hadome, I guess, but it's called Hadome. Oh, Lord. Okay. Now, this is a pretty lengthy one. You recognize the cover? Yeah, now it has a pretty art style. So the only two reasons why I read this, and I remember I read this a long time ago, and I tried to give it a read again, but I just couldn't get through it. I only included it because it is work that is closely tied to this. Like, the story revolves around the fetish rather than the fetish just being prominent. Which is why I added it here. But I don't really recommend it. There's only two reasons. One, it has a gorgeous art style, and sometimes I just block out the words and I just look at pictures, you know? If I don't fuck with the plot, I'll just look at the pictures. You know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'll make up my own storyline. Thank you very much. Second, again, it's kind of this, you know, that one in the middle for me, that's kind of like my you take what you can get. Because this is such a niche tag, not really, but it's a niche tag that is done in a tasteful manner, in my opinion. Because if you're looking for foot fetish as a tag, you're gonna get straight up, like, you're not gonna get a story, bro. Trust me, you're not gonna get a story. If I want a story, I'm not gonna get shit. So this is my take what you can get. Like it's not a lot. There's not a lot of media on this, especially not translated, and especially not a full story around it. What all of these have in common though is that they all get freaky. But like it's in the plot rather than being the focus. Whatever. So the reason why I don't recommend it. So let me explain kind of what it is. Main character, she tries she tries to do like nude modeling. She tries to do nude modeling and she's like, I can't do it. Like, this is really hard, actually. So she gives up and she decides to resign, like, after the first time she tried. However, someone that was in the art class or whatever, drawing her, was staring at her really intensely. And she thought that that person was maybe, like, a creep or something like that. She was like, okay, well, yeah, this is not for me. So she leaves, obviously. And when she does, she gets approached by the same person. And she's like, oh, holy shit. I'm gonna get attacked. So she immediately doesn't get the best impression. However, the person is like, no, actually, like, hear me out though. Can I look at your feet? Trust me, guys. Trust me. Listen here. Listen. Listen. Let me get there. And she's like, huh? So she shows like her foot for a moment before kicking him in the face and then running away. And then actually gets intrigued and then shows up. So she shows up to let her, like, to be like a model, like a foot model or whatever, at his place, which is, first of all, not really smart, but whatever. Turns out he's a shoemaker. Wow, didn't see that one coming. Shoemaker. And feels like it's a delicate art making shoes, and each shoe is like specifically tailored to a person. There's just a lot of that whole like meant to be deep shit, like, this is my passion, I like making shoes. It's like, alright, bro. Sure. So far better than the first one? No. You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret that. Listen. There's a huge element to this one that I've been hiding from you guys. It's immediately gonna put it on a do not read list for you. I only put it here as one of the medias that is closely tied to the subject, right? I turned my brain off and just looked at the pictures halfway through because I couldn't get through it. And this one is actually pretty lengthy, which is the worst part, because I was like, dude, you could have made a great story, but whatever. Let me just put it right out there. NTR! It's more like a I don't remember, because again, it's been a really long time since I've read it, and I only recently tried to give it a reread. I forgot. So main character, there's the main character, the shoemaker, and then main character's close friend, right? Now, her and close friend, they're just friends. And then she gets into some fun and business. She has some tension with the shoemaker, right? Because obviously he's fucking touching on her feet all day. They get some tension. And then shoemaker is actually very like, hey, we can't make this into a thing, bro. Like, you can't be making this inappropriate. I'm just trying to make shoes, bro. Even though shoemaker is also like, I'm kind of into this, but I'm gonna stay professional. So she kind of get rejected. And so she's sad. She's heartbroken. Who does she go to? Best friend. Now, what's already established, she knows that the shoemaker has a thing for her. She has a thing for the shoemaker. It's just kind of the courtesy of trying to be professional. You guys could have communicated, but no. goes to best friend, and best friend, first of all, you know you're being used. You know. And you let it happen anyway. RP bro. The way of comfort is by getting freaky. So they get freaky with it. Often. And it's this whole, like, it's just bad as well, because it's like you get this constant inner monologue of the friend, the best friend, just being so painfully aware that she does not like them like that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That she's only doing this for... I was not her biggest fan. I was really not. Anyway, she does eventually realize her shit. I was like, you know what? All or nothing. I'm going back. And she does. And she pursues the shoemaker and it actually works out in the end. But I just didn't like that whole arc and for how long it went on. It's like 1/4. It's like one whole quarter of her with this best friend, like right after. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, I did put it on a media I like closely tied to the subject. I like the art style, and I turned my brain off and look at the pictures. It made for a lot of good panels. It did. However, I don't recommend it, nor would I read it again. That brings us to the number 1. You'll notice all of these are in Korean. You'll notice the number 1. Now, initially, I wasn't too keen on wanting to read this, because when I saw the cover, now it's called Nylon Legs. Nylon Legs, because, you know, the stocking or whatever, the nylon, like, yeah, whatever. Nylon stockings. Initially, I wasn't gonna read this, because I looked at the cover and I was like, okay. Chiseled, ikemen, buff, whatever, I don't care. Because that's not my thing. That's not my thing. It's really not. Leave that to Mita, but it's not my thing. So I was like, why would I want to see that? But then I saw her and I was like, okay, you know what? You know what? I'ma read it. I'm just not the biggest fan of like super like, ooh, ikemen, ooh, buff, ooh, chiseled. I'm like, get out of my face, bro. You are not realistic. You are not real. You are not real. I don't like it. Like, there can be a man in it, in the manga. I mean, there is in, like, the middle one as well. Poor guy. But, like, when it's super, like, chiseled, buff, like, your muscles look tight, almost, like, painful. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to read this. I feel like if I poked a needle into you, you would fucking explode, and I don't like that. I'm sorry. I'm just, I lean very heavily into femdom. I can't, whatever. Not to say, like, if you work out, that's great. That's great. But, back to it. So I also don't remember the plot of this one. Not very well anyways. But this one is significantly more wholesome than the other ones. While it is still technically a smut. And it does, yeah, it is freaky, but it's like the kind of like build up as well as the dialogue as well as kind of like the tension. It's way more wholesome. And while the other ones are straight up fetishes, like from right off the bat, right in your face, this one's kind of like it's treading along the line. So like, should we not, as well as like the tension lingering, like kind of like, you know. So I feel like there's some kind of slow burn to ease into that kind of thing there. So it's definitely an easy first read. From what I remember from the plot, main character, this is all actually from the POV of the guy. She's not the main character. She's like the interest. It's not in her POV, it's in his POV. Now he's only collecting rent, bro. Now she's like at home just chilling, kind of, you know, being a nice lady. She's the nicest lady, by the way. She's super sweet. And then he pulls up and he's like, yo, rent, bro. Or not rent, but loan shark. And then he's like, why do you have so much debt, bro? And she goes, I don't know. It could be my ex-husband. Which is true. Her ex-husband took all their money and gambled it all away, and now she's kind of just stuck here. And the guy, he's like, well, I actually feel really fucking bad for you, but I kind of still need that money. I'm not gonna take it though. But I kind of have to make sure that, like, you don't escape, I guess, the loan sharks, the other people, my supervisors. So let me just stay here. So he stays at the place. They actually don't get into anything freaking deaky to begin with. He just kind of stays over just to make sure that nothing happens. Thing is, he doesn't even think she's gonna run away. She said she's not gonna run away, but he's just making sure. From what I remember, by the way, allegedly. At one point they do get into freaking business. That's all I remember. There's a heavy emphasis on the nylon stockings, leggings, or whatever it's called. It's specifically a fetish for that, less so than feet and legs themselves. But you know what? We take what we can get. Like I said, we take what we can get. Conclusion for this slide is I really wish there was better media. Feel free to recommend me some. But, however, if I catch any of you recommending me shit that's like a one shot that goes straight to the point and is super, super, that kind of like in your face, just like the entire way through, I'm not reading it. I need plot. There needs to be plot. There needs to be build-up. I need to regulate my receptors for like good media. So like it's kind of like I would rather watch a whole movie than like search up the movie's top 10 most epic moments. Do you get what I mean? Because it's gonna fry my perception. It's gonna fry my perception of like how to be given like these, like the build up for these epic moments. I'm just gonna get them all at once. Do you get what I mean? Like the main focus or like the parts you're looking forward to. If they're all at once, back to back, I'm not gonna enjoy it. There needs to be build up. You know, you gotta earn the feet. Well, when you put it like that, now I just sound like a freak. But you know what? Maybe I am one, so that's okay. Shame that available media isn't that good. I wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, you're just straight up right. Because when I was thinking of recommendations, I had a lot in mind, but again, like I said, those were the ones that only had mentions or little arcs or chapters revolving around the subject rather than it being the focal point of the entire series. Meanwhile, these, it was the focus point of the entire run of whatever it was. So yeah. Anyways, oh. Conclusion. Don't worry, there's more. Conclusion for now. I don't know, bro. Life is short. Like what you like. Just be your true freak self. Okay? Okay? Like that one little shrimp in what was it? Happy Feet? Yeah. Swim opposite to the stream, bro. It'll lead you great places. Maybe there's feet there. I don't know. Be your true freak self. I am a firm believer in if whatever you're doing is not harming anybody, holy moly, you're so set. You are so set. You're set for the future. Happy Feet, I see what you... Oh, wait. Yeah, I totally did that on purpose. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think of that. Shit, I just do this shit on autopilot. That's crazy. Personal take. Yeah, I actually put this in here. We already said it from the start. You guys quoted me saying Feet are just like the hands of the legs. Yeah, because I added a personal take. Feet are just less used hands. So I guess you guys just saw the future, didn't you? I guess you did. Now. Boom. Q&A section. So, you can ask me anything related to the presentation or the subject at hand. Or feet. This, like, don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. Oh, do I got a good question? It could be anything. It could be about any of the slides, anything I've said, or anything in the presentation, or just about the subject in general. The first would be better if that dude was girl instead, and then chalk off the ticket. Yeah, man, it would. It would. It would. But is there any questions that I do wonder? Or are you guys shy? Or did I explain really well? This is also your moment to go, you didn't explain shit. I still wonder about more. If there's anything you wonder about, like, thought on the rare occasion of art of feet with tan lines. Oh, hell yeah. What kind, though? Are you talking about, like, socks? Sandals? Sandal tan lines? I'm not too sure. I like tan lines in general, so that does not really not matter where. That does not really matter where. The noggin is thinking, you'll get there. I believe in you. I believe in you. I think you explained really well. That is really nice. That is really nice. I feel like I've accomplished. Is there any light novels with the thematic? I'm pretty sure I've read, but this has been... You know, for me to process new information, I need to dump old information, so that's not coming to me right now. However, I'll definitely check that up after, and I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it. I will. Plus, it'll give me the opportunity to look for more. Because I like reading. You can probably tell by my glasses. Which I just noticed are a little bit too big for my fish. Give me a moment. Okay, that's better. So, now let's see. I'm a little shy, but also no questions come to mind. You were quite thorough with the explanation. No need to be shy. If anything, like, don't be at all, because guess what? My voice is directly tied to this. The internet is forever. And I've been speaking about this in great detail. God forbid anyone recognizes my voice. Loud and proud. That's my motto. Loud and proud. Loud and proud. You know? There's, you know. Go fetch me that beer.
Thanks for a well done lecture. You did explain things very well. 10/10ths, I know exactly who I need to send the VOD to. Less than 3.
Thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. You know who to send the VOD to? Who? That. Wait, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Thank you so much. Thank you. Arigato. Thank you. But yes, I would definitely say don't be shy. Obviously, me saying it is just me saying it, but I do mean it. I'm not gonna force nobody though. I'm just saying, no shame. There's no shame. Conclusion look after your body that includes your feet. The feet is what makes everyone move. Very correct. Very correct. Your body, you only get one of those. You only get one of those. Treat it really well. Okay? Take really good care of it. Correct. Question: will Mizma be doing foot worship? I wonder if management would let me do that. I wonder if management would let me do that. Not to say that I would. I'm just saying. Cause the thing is, I already had to practically beg to get the watermelon thigh stream done. And when they said yes, I don't think they were even fully on board. Because they were like, I don't know, man, but if you really want to. But it went well. But I don't know how they would feel about a foot stream. But I'll look into it. But knowing me, I would like to do something creative, like actually like mixing or making drinks or something with my feet. I think that would be pretty fun. But I have really bad mobility, so you know that'll be a mess. But I'm still looking into it because I've been thinking about doing it like a bartending stream like that. I think that'd be funny. You did well, and I appreciate the respectful approach. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Initially, I feel like a lot of people might have assumed that this was gonna be a hee hee haha. We're back to the whole foot fetish meme thing. No, you know, I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna explain this once and for all. And then I can move on. I can move on. Well, not move on. Like it's gonna stay, but you know. Like from shoes and bands over the feet, leaving the designs of the band straps. Oh, for the tan lines. I do like that. I do like that. I remember like tanning stickers being a thing. Like you could put like a star sticker on like your back or something like that, and then boom, you take it off after, and then wow, tanning sticker. Wonder if you could do that to your feet. Don't the top, like the opposite of the sole to your feet, the top of your feet kind of like get sunburnt really easy? I don't know. I don't get sunburnt or tan, which is really sad, so. So if it's partially tied to femnom and Mizma's nom preferences, preference is someone else appreciating your feet and not the other way around, or is it strictly for in media? I wouldn't know. Because I don't be going around acting a freak. When I say freak, that is I don't mean it in any negative connotation, by the way. Like I'm just saying, because this is freaky business we're talking about here. I don't participate in freaky business. I should have done. Oh shit. So I'm talking about in media, but I would say theoretically, considering my like media preferences, I would say so. Yeah, I would say that I'm leaning towards the second portion of like the whole like category of foot fetishes, where I am not the one into other people's feet. I can appreciate really like nice legs though. I can. I really can. I also think honesty is the best policy, always. Hence why I'm even having this stream. I could have denied this a long time ago and gone, you know what? Screw this. And no. If there's one thing I want you guys to associate with me, it's honesty, bro. I always kept it real. Please. Let's see. And this was a very good stream. Good and Volextra stream. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I had a question about the femnom and the subject. It is really about the worship aspect, or could it be more an aspect of like subjugation? I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is. It doesn't always have to be like the worship portion of it. It can just be power dynamic. It does not need to be worship. You don't need to even be into feet. It can be a reward or a punishment, if you get what I mean. It depends on your perception. Is it a reward or is it a punishment to you? Boom. It works either way. The stream. Combine them, brushing your teeth with the gripper. I don't think I could possibly do that. Not without like accidentally knocking a tooth out. My god. Miss my foot reveal? I accidentally revealed my feet. No, I actually very willingly showed my feet during the watermelon stream. I remember. I think it was a donation goal thing. Does liking feet mean you like femdom, or is that just not how it works? You can like feet without liking femdom. Correct. You do not need to like femdom. I'm just saying that is like a very popular aspect tied into it. Because again, rounding back to the very start of the stream, I I made two wide kind of like the divisions of what a foot fetish is. One being the person that kind of likes feet, admiring them, or just looking at them, touching them, whatever. The other person is the one that likes having their feet admired. You feel me?
Opinion on foot emoji, tongue emoji, foot emoji, underscore missy kissy.
Yes, and I will not elaborate. Thank you very much for the two. I'm not risking no strike on this video. I'm not risking it. I'm not. But yes, you can again, thank you so much for the two. You can like feet without liking fentanyl. Like it can be totally separated. That's the thing. You can separate as many aspects of it as you want, as long as just feet is a part of it, whether it's yours or someone else's. It can be negative, it can be positive, whatever, like blah, 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 blah. There can be a lot of elements built into it, but as long as those two remain, then yes. Usually when I see someone try to explain the subject, they just talk about the brain theory and call it a day. Yeah, I did mention it briefly because it is a valid thing to bring up, but I think I just spent like what, 1 minute on it, or maybe less. But hey, we're getting all sides of the story. We can all appreciate nice legs. Yeah. Always keeping it real. Yeah. Yeah. Honesty noted. I appreciate the efforts and your willingness to share different topics. Oh hell yeah. I'm gonna run the poll in a bit as well, but still reading. Hello Miss Bud, everyone. Hi. How goes the discussion stream? Hey, we're just getting there. We're just getting there. On that note, I'm running the poll. I'm running the second poll. We're running the second poll. Boom. Can we get a third option in the poll? I'm not one to dislike feet, but I'd rather not say it's my fetish. Yeah, that's why I wrote it like that. I mean, the votes are anonymous. Wait, are they? Actually, don't quote me on that. I think they are. Whoa, 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 whoa. My feet, they're cold right now under a blanket, okay? I just woke up from a nap. I got my glasses on. I'm sitting in a nice blanket having a beer. It is midnight. I'm not in the business for freaky stuff. I need to be mentally prepared. I'm a woman. I'm a damsel. Oh, I'm seeing a difference in the percentage already. Wow. Whoa. Could be some people it's a different demographic or whatnot, but you know what, we take these. Still not for me, but I'm a bit more okay with that. You see, that's good. It's just about perspectives, isn't it? But again, never ever be forced into trying something or getting into something you don't want to get into, you know? If it's not for you, it's not for you. And that's all good. That's all good, babes. You're so fine. Why'd I turn to like a reassuringness? I don't know. It's a sleepiness getting to me. It definitely is. They are indeed anonymous. Oh, let's go. I'm playing fair and not influencing it by my own feed. Would that even contribute anything? Ohayou gozaimasu. Not gonna lie, scenario dependent. See, yeah, that works too. Sometimes, especially related to feminine. See, it's all about the elements, yeah. Hold on, wait. Hey, if it's the person I love and they want it, then I go to bed. My mouth will become a foot warmer if that's what they. You know what? I love that mentality. I love that mentality. Me personally, I'm already the type of person that will do like everything for my friends. If they just ask me, I'll do it. So like I love that mentality as well. Cause it's like a oh, what's the price to pay? Literally nothing. If it's for my friends, then I'll do anything, you know? So that's why I like that mentality. I like that mentality a lot. Attracted to general health, and it can be seen in feet and almost most body parts. And that whoa, that's a good standpoint. Yeah. I won't lie, I'm not into feet, but I have an incredible respect for artists who draw appealing feet. That's actually incredible work. Don't worry that feet can't hurt you anymore, sweetie. Okay, I know I phrased it in a very threatening manner when I said feet can touch you at any moment. That's not what I meant. You know that's not what I meant, but I just didn't know how else to phrase it. I really didn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Well, I think that wraps it up for the conclusion. I think we did it. How do you guys like the setup? Look here. We got the podium. And then we got the pictures in the back. It's close-ups of my feet from different artworks. There's beer on the podium because I like beer, and we got the whole board here. I can present whatever, whenever, and then you guys are down here. Look, I'm gonna pet you guys. Look, I'm touching your comment. How do you feel now? Are you aroused? Oh man, I need to go to sleep. I can't continue like this. I can't continue like this. Oh man, I'm taking my glasses off. I can't. I just be saying words, okay? I just be saying words. So now that clear indicator that I should be going to sleep. Clear as day. I'm fucking frog blinking too. That's how bad it is. Not unsay so. I was just caressing the chat bubbles, okay? I do need sleep. I've had a total of 3 hours of sleep since yesterday. Anyways, I did my best, okay? I hope I did the subject some justice. Finally, it got done. The first and the second time it had to be canceled, so it got done. It got done. Oh man. There might be a little bit uncertainty about my schedule as for next this upcoming week. However, that is not because like, oh, I don't want to post a schedule or blah, 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 blah. Let me explain why. I was meaning to make this like not a public thing, nor am I gonna make a public post about it, but I'll tell you guys right here just so it's kind of like, I guess, knowledge. I will be traveling, but hey, I will still be streaming. Laptop quality streaming, hell yeah. It'll mostly be satsus because that's probably all I'm gonna be able to do. I will be traveling for a teeny tiny bit, hence why I am not making a schedule, because it might confuse me a little bit, because different time zone, but it's
I have been enlightened by the lesson.
Banana, thank you for the thing. Thank you. I'm happy to hear of your enlightenment. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm also glad I put on TTS for Supas now. I didn't know I could do that before. It's been 1.5 years. But yes, I'm traveling to somewhere with a different time zone that I've not been before. So no, I'm not going back to Korea. I almost died last time. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, different place. I'm still gonna stream. And mayhaps I might meet some girls. I might meet some other VTuber girls. If I'm lucky. In the sense that I need to actually plan stuff out. I'm a really horrible planner. I don't know if you guys know. I'm a horrible planner. But yeah, I like meeting other VTubers. And they're always so cute. Oh my god. I fangirl every time. Every time I meet, like, not to say that I've gotten to meet too many. I've definitely not, like, met a lot. But, like, the ones I've met, like, it's like... Every one of them is just gorgeous, gorgeous, pretty, cute, gorgeous, amazing. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Point is, I want to meet more VTubers. I'm gonna enjoy 2 of your recommended dojin. Are you dropping the middle one? You're definitely dropping the middle one. I don't blame you. I actually don't recommend it. If you told me right now that we were gonna go read it, I would say don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me learn from my mistakes this time and see who is live. Oh, there's Serenity's Funny Bunny Dungeon. Oh my god! Wait, that's so nice. Do you guys want to go to the Funny Bunny Dungeon? You get activated by contracts, is that? And I want to be the middle one out of spite. You're not gonna enjoy it. I mean, you're not gonna enjoy it. By all means, go right ahead. And that's good art style. Also, I took my glasses off. So for me to be able to actually read anything, I'll have to close my eyes like this because I have horrible eyesight on that eye. You're welcome for the education. You are welcome for the education. Without further ado, I think if there's no other questions, I think I'll be sending you guys over to Serenity. She's currently hosting the first episode of Funny Bunny Dungeon, and with guest Mivi. So I'll send you guys over there. Let's all go cheer on and support my kohai. And until then, I will miss ya. Bye bye.